Hey guys, what is up? This is Nod Lammers of Invoked101, and today we're taking a look at my massive collection of deck boxes, my two binders, and the mats. Basically, we're just going to be going over my entire Yu-Gi-Oh collection that I actually keep track of, per se. I do, of course, have boxes of bulk. I will show off maybe a little bit of that at the end of the video, but we're mostly just going to be going through the deck boxes, what each deck box represents, because especially these pro duels over here, these all have a theme. These are decks that are works in progress. These are decks that are meant to fight each other. These are my meta decks, my 100%, like these are what I play when I want to play meta. This is the tank, as I call it, and then over here, you can't see them, but there's two deck boxes over here, and these are the girlfriend's deck boxes. So we'll cover all those. We'll start with the Pro Duels, because they're my favorites, and then we'll go into the towers. We'll do the dual deck boxes, the tank, the girlfriend's boxes, and then the decks in progress. So we'll do it like that. So I'm gonna start moving everything aside. And then after all that, we'll go at the binders, and then after all that, after the two binders, we'll go at the mats. So I'm just gonna move some of this stuff out of the way to make it more manageable. And we will start with, let's start with the red one. Let's do that one. So this is the Red Pro Dual deck box. This is the multicolor deck box, and this is the one that is full of my garbage decks. Like decks that I just feel aren't super playable and aren't very good. So you have decks such as XYZ Dragon Cannon, which is right here. It's kind of like ABC before ABC was ABC, except a million times worse. And X isn't limited. Which, by the way, if you guys watched, I don't think they streamed it, but if you guys saw YCS Niagara results, they actually, there was another Cannon Soldier Firewall FTK that used Graph of Dark World, so A didn't even need to be hit, you know? It's almost like there's another problem card. This is Crystal Beasts. This is a deck that I wish I could 100% finish, but because Rainbow Bridge is expensive, and actually I don't think Rainbow Bridge is expensive, but Crystal Bond, you can actually see that's like a, there we go. It's like a proxy Crystal Bond right there, because it's like a $20 card, and I don't feel like paying $20 for a card. There's a real one right there. That one is real. I do have one real one and one proxy, and then when it comes to Rainbow Bridge, I have two real ones and a proxy. So yeah, there's Crystal Beasts. And if you guys watched it recently, I put this one up a few weeks ago. This is Cyber Darks, and as you can see, it's still sorted from the deck profile because I don't really mess with this deck. Although, very excited to play this in Duel Links. This actually seems like a pretty decent deck in Duel Links. So, very excited to play. I've been trying to farm Zane in Duel Links to get all his Cyber Dark cards. So that's the first red one, and the theme for this red one is that it's bad. That's the theme for this one. So we're gonna set that one off to the side, and we're gonna bring in the let's do the black one. Let's do this one next. So this is the black deck box. This is a box of my favorites. This is just decks that I've played a lot and I just consider really fun and are just some of my favorite decks. So the first one we have right here, this is Ancient Gear. So you see, like, this one actually is pretty much sorted, like, oh, you can't actually see it. This one is pretty much sorted, still like from the deck profile, but I just haven't had time to like take this one out and play it, which is the case with a lot of decks, is that I just don't have time to play them. We do have a locals every other Thursday that I go to for more casual decks, and that's when I do get to play more casual stuff like Phantasm Spiral. I've actually been playing this a lot at both locals because the deck is pretty dope, and I have updated this slightly, so probably after November you'll see a updated deck list for Phantasm Spiral with all the new stuff. But yeah, I've been playing it a lot because it's just like a really fun deck, and it's also pretty easy to play and not easy to counter. And then last deck in here is Skull Servants. This deck is silly, it's goofy, I love it. I love Skull Servants. This is one of my favorites. I actually haven't played this deck in such a long time. My friend played it recently, and that was the most recent time it got played. He played it at 4 Thursdays ago. He played this, so almost a month ago this was played. But yeah, that's that. And of course, so usually with these deck boxes, there's a little section of red, and that's usually the extra decks. I try to sleeve everything in black and red. Sure, let's do the blue box. So this is a box that my girlfriend got me, and she calls this a box of boyfriend's favorites. This has a lot of decks from it. I gave her not every deck to choose from, but I gave her a selection from the other boxes that weren't like predetermined or anything. This is such a cool looking deck box. I actually, if you saw on our Instagram, we actually got this last night, the time of recording, and this came from our new locals. But anyway, inside this box, the first deck is, I actually don't remember. This is Destiny Hero. This was the first deck I wanted to play when I was a child. I always wanted to play Destiny Heroes when I was a kid because I thought they looked really cool. And then I finally built them when I was in high school. And I've tried to keep them together ever since. I love this deck. And so of course, you know, it has to go in here, you know. It's just one of those like obvious things. But there's that one. Then we have over here, this one is DDD. This was my favorite deck of all time for a good amount of time. I really enjoyed this deck and I loved playing it because, like, I don't know, it was just kind of, it's hard to describe. It was really fun and I just enjoyed everything about it and playing it. And then lastly, I actually remember what the last one is. This is Speedroid. This is a deck that no matter who you play against with Speedroid, I've never seen someone get mad whenever they play against Speedroid. This deck is just one of those decks. And it does have a slight update to it. You know, I got my Secret Rare Return of the Dragon Lords in there now because that's actually like a pretty decent deck choice in here. Iron Draws, or Iron Draw, Solemns, Terratop, which needs to come back, please, to 2. But yeah, this deck is super fun. I love Speedroids. I don't get to play them all that often. The girlfriend usually plays that deck, but I remember I have a lot of fond memories with Speedroids. I have a lot of good memories with Speedroids. Let's do the purple box because the white box is kind of boring. So the purple box is like semi-meta decks, or like decks that like were meta or something like that. It's just like decks that I feel have more competitive viability over the other stuff. So the first one in here is Monster Reborn. Everything just has Monster Reborn on top. This is Burning Abyss, which actually needs a couple cards added to it. But yeah, this is one of those decks that I feel has more competitive viability than the others. I'm actually still working on a little update to this. I need one more Rescue Cat, I think, to fully make it viable. And there's the Rescue Ferret right there. Hi, you want a focus camera? Thank you. But yeah, so, you know, a few things to make it better, but not quite there yet. Not quite there. But I will try to, because I will try to do a Burning Abyss deck profile soon. I will try. This next one, this is Dark Magicians. So hang on, let me see if I can like just angle this a bit better. There we go. This is Dark Magicians. Let's zoom in just a hit. Dark Magicians, really fun deck, really cool deck. Dark Magic Circles. I actually traded this deck for an Ash Blossom and then I rebuilt it in a weekend because I kept my Spellbook of Knowledge, I kept my Blue Boys, I traded the pots, I traded those, traded 2 of those, traded that, traded my super rare rods. But yeah, I traded so much out of this deck and then rebuilt it in a weekend. The one thing I didn't trade was my Dark Magicians. I did not trade, because he was like, I already got some. And I was like, well, of course. So I didn't trade in my Dark Magicians, but my Secret Rare Eternal Souls, my Secret Rare Circles, just all that stuff. And so now I just play the Ultra Rares from the Legendary decks. It's whatever, but they do the same exact thing. That's a fun deck. And then lastly, this was the deck I played last night at our locals. And this is Brilliant ABC. I actually took first place with this deck last night at our casual locals. My matchups were Noble Knights, and he had all the new stuff in there. I played Noble Knights, I played Red Eyes, and I played Lair of Darkness. And but anytime I saw, where is it? This card, Union Scramble. Anytime I saw Union Scramble, I won because that card is busted. But yeah, so This is such a fun deck. Even with 1A, like, this deck took games. I was also drawing Garnet all night, which sucked, but this deck is so much fun. I love this deck so goddamn much. Oh my god. ABCs it hurts me that we can only have 1A Assault Core. Like, it's just, it blows. All right, lastly, this is the white deck box. It's the newest white, it's not the newest deck box, but the new white one. And you can see it's kind of empty. And I'll tell you why it's empty. So this is, a lot of my friends quit after high school. And this is a box for decks dedicated to them or like their own deck. So stuff like, I'm working on a Dynomist deck that is based on my friend's Dynomist deck from when he played. He didn't necessarily quit, but he did sell all his stuff to me. So, and then there's also going to be Cosmos in here for my other friend. But the one deck that is in here that's for another friend is Mermail Atlantean. Or he played Atlanteans, but I put the Mermails in there because I wanted to make it better. They're not exact. It's not like, oh, well, they're exactly my friend's deck. No, because I want to be able to actually play the decks. So yeah, so Mermail Atlantean. It's not the best deck, not the best build of it, but it's okay. I also left like a chunk of cards in the deck box. But yeah, so Dynomist and Cosmo are also gonna go in this deck box, which has a crooked little strip of Velcro right there. But that's that. Those are the Pro Duels. Let's talk about the towers. So the towers are my sticker boxes. I love stickers and I love sticking them on things. So this first one, we'll just talk about this one right here. This has Cyber Dragons in it. Cyber Dragons are an old favorite of mine. I love them. They are a deck that I played all throughout high school. And I got all the new stuff for them when it came out. And I hollowed it out. It's everything's shiny except for Veer, because he doesn't come shiny. Cyberload needs to get out of this deck, and this Effect Veiler, he's not shiny. Everything else in this deck, hollow Machine Dupes, hollow Eltanin, hollow Power Bonds, hollow Cyber Dragons, Cores, Drays, everything is hollow. Even the extra deck is like hollowed out as much as I could. First Ed, like I always gotta show these off because this is like the most beautiful card. It's one of the prettiest cards to me. Breakers of Shadows, Secret Rare Infinity. I love him. He's great. Zeegers. Ugh. Just such a pretty deck. I love this deck. Cyber Dragons is one of those decks. I'm a little sad that I don't get to play it as often as I want to because it's not oh, whoa, there's a chunk of stuff in here. Okay. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this chunk of stuff is. I'll have to go through that later. That's okay. Surprises on camera. This is Invoked Mech Knight. This deck is great. I love this deck. I actually haven't played this deck in weeks because I just haven't been able to really. I love it. I do enjoy it. It has all three of my Ash Blossoms, and it's just like, I don't know, I just haven't played it recently because not because I got tired of it, but because I got tired of just like playing with meta stuff. And I played this deck for months straight. Like ever since Invoked Mech Knight came out, I've been playing this deck like nonstop. And you know, I'm a little burnt out on it. Just a little bit. Not like I'm gonna be like, oh, I gotta get rid of the deck, but just enough that I'm like, I'll put it away, and if something comes up where I can play it, I'll play it. Next up, we have the Flippy boxes. This one only has one. I'm actually putting another deck in here soon. In here we have, I hate going through these. This is Evil Swarm. I'm not gonna take it out. You guys can watch the deck profile. Evil Swarm, really cool stun deck, really fun. In here we have, I'll try to get it up there, but you can see Subterror, Umastrix, and I actually don't know what this is. Oh, this is Exodia then. So Exodia, which again, just did the deck profile on that. I'm just running through these because these are just like decks that are like sort of meant to fight each other. And then we have Red Eyes, Black Dragons, and Fluffles, which I just did the deck profile for. So Fluffles are super fun. I'm loving that deck. That is awesome. Then we got the Pro Tower, which I call the tank. It has a hole in the back of it. Sorry, Mom. And up top right here we have a few things. This is some cards that I got, but these are also my danger cards. You can see Got Moth, Dogman, Thunderbird, and some drag downs along with Second Expedition. But also right here is my Vehicroids, which I just did. I did Vehicroids in honor of 1,000 subs and because of a funny naming coincidence, but it got slightly updated. I took out the Decoyroids for 2 Armoroids and a Truckroid because I felt they were better. This deck is fun. I like this deck a lot. This is a really fun deck. It's just a fun little casual deck. Then we got some anti-spell fragrances from my buddy Ace, and oh, come here. It fell down. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. And then right at the back we have the Nordic deck, which actually does, I just put up because this Nordics are going up before this. So they're actually going up right now. They're rendering as I film. So there's that. Of course, there is stuff in the bottom. There is a bottom drawer. And in this bottom drawer, there is sleeves. Lots of sleeves. And inside some of these sleeves are cubics, along with more stuff. Oh my god. Some Nordic stuff and some stuff from... Oh, a card I need to mail out. I need to mail out one of those. Okay. Some stuff. But yeah, we have cubics right here. This is another deck that I don't play too often. I actually end up usually gutting this for stuff. Which is sad because I really do like cubics, but they usually get the brunt end of everything. So these Allures of Darkness that are in here, I'm probably gonna have to take out for my a deck that I'm about to talk about. Danger Cubic, anyone? Maybe? Danger Cubic work? I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it happen. What's this? There's some stuff in the side door. Oh, Cosmos! So I'll talk about Cosmos when I get to things there, because I need to set some of that stuff out. Oh my god, there's so much crap back here in this like little pocket. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I need to set those out. The rest of this can go back in. Actually, hang on, I need to set that out too. The rest of this can just go back in there. Okay. Along with that. Alright, that is the tank. Alright, so the last deck boxes that we have are the Girlfriend's deck box. I didn't like put anything back into the tank. I'm sorry, that's awful. The last deck boxes we have are the Girlfriend's deck boxes, and then we're going to talk about the decks that I'm building. So inside the Girlfriend's deck box, we have Demise, which you guys can watch. This deck is very good. I actually really enjoy this deck. Watching this deck play is really cool, especially when it actually pops off. Like, this deck is nutty. Needs a couple little tweaks, but outside of that, super dope deck. So there's Demise, and of course on the other side is my girlfriend's beloved Madolche deck. This deck is super sweet. Pun intended, I guess, because, you know, they're food. Anyway, so that's those. That's her tower. And then, let me kind of like, there we go. All right. Okay, put the tower away. Her deck box. This is another white Pro Duel deck box. Just another really cool, simple one. These have all her decks in it. So the first one up is Phantom Knights. I built this for her. This is one of her decks. A very fun deck. I've played it a few times. Just super, super neat, super... I love the little spooky boys. I like it. I like them. And then in the other side, we have Vendreads. This is a deck that makes everyone sad because it should have been better than what it is. But yeah, this deck is fun. This deck is pretty dope. Pretty dope, if I do say so myself. I enjoy playing this a bit. I do enjoy it. Put those guys away. And lastly, in her box is Necheria Plants. Just a nice little deck. We update this every now and then, but right now I'm just kind of trying to find the good Necheria stuff and get that done. All right, so that's it for the decks. That's it for the finished decks. We're gonna talk real quick about the unfinished ones. There's realistically only 2 that I'm working on right now that are in this box. Ooh, that was loud. There's only 2 that I'm really working on that are actually in this box, and I can't get anything out because there's so much garbage in here. Okay, thank you. All right, so the first one that I'm working on is Dino Mists. Got my 3 Rex, my 3 Spinos, and like I have play sets of like everything except for Howling. I don't have 3 Howling, I only have 1. And I don't have any Petrons, so I need to get those. But yeah, 3 charge, power loads, 2 limiter removals, some crap. Oh, Zephyr Metaltron, nice. Freeze It On, and some more access crap. Behind the Dino Mist is the newest deck I'm working on, which is Grave Keepers. I'm super excited to be working on this. Oh, you can't even see it. Super excited to be working on this. I'm getting a lot more cards for this from one of my buddies. So hopefully we'll have that done soon for you guys. I also have an Electromite for the Dino Mist decks. I do have an Electromite for this now. I just need to put it in here. I have not yet, but I need to. Haven't had time. I haven't been working on the Dino Mist deck super steadily. But that brings us to the binders. So we're gonna zoom out just a bit. Oh. Okay, we'll start with my binder. It's just a pretty simple binder. I got my Link monsters up front, Beauregard from a trade, play set of the Ultra Rare Contact Gate, some True Draco stuff, some other stuff, Morphage Goliath, Steam the Cloaks, Custon, super rare Destrudos, some fancy Karibos, and ulti rare Dasher. Nothing super special over here. Darkness Approaches, Convulsion of Natures, those are kind of neat. Super rare Desynchro and a Defusion. Page of Invoke stuff, my ulti rare Invocation that I opened up forever ago. 3 Mounted Bound Creator, I actually just used that in the deck profile. Secret rare, all secret rare Signer Dragons, and then their printings. These are the reprints, they're not the ultra rares. These only come in gold rare. Ulti rare Lifestream Dragon, Nirvana High Paladin. So it's traps, 3 shades, some Synchro monsters, some Fusion monsters, and some Xyz monsters. My Artifact Engine, some more traps. Brilliant Fusion that I traded for. Electromite, there it is. Lycanthrope and his ritual spell. I actually think he has an effect, and then back here is the Galaxy Worm and the Tin Can for my Cosmo deck that I'm working on. So I am working on Cosmos as well. It's not finished. I have a stack of stuff that is put away right now for Cosmos though. It's not in that box though. This is the Girlfriend's binder. It's a lot smaller, but she does have her Link monsters up here in the front. She actually does have this really cool, if you guys watched our Rare Candy Club box opening, you saw us pull this 20th secret rare Ruin Supreme Queen of Demise out of 1 Japanese Cybernetic Horizon pack. It was crazy, and it still blows my mind that we pulled the 20th secret rare. My very first card ever is in here. This is the first card I can ever remember, Cyber Laser Dragon. She has it valued at like 40 bucks, which I know is not correct, but whatever. And then she has her UDS Judge token. So funny story time. We went to a UDS event. There was 6 people there, and the store hosted the event. They still wanted to go through with it. There was no official judge, and there was no TO because the guy didn't want TO. So the girlfriend, Mio, she TO'd, and at the end of the night, they gave her the judge token for being their judge. So there you go. That's how she got her judge token. Some more Link monsters over here. Some Synchro monsters, the Clearwing, Kendama, some stuff from the Megatins this year. Some old Cyber Dragon stuff and some stuff from the Megatins. She has Mud Dragons, which... Does she have 2 Mud Dragons? I think she does. Yeah, she has my Mud Dragon as well. Cyber Twin, Chimera Tech, some stuff from the Cyber Dragon stuff. Elemental Hero, Panzer Dragon. Some Xyz monsters. Azathoth, Crab King, Dragolus. Some monsters. Secret Rare Alistair, super cool. Super Rare Inzektor, some... these guys. Inspector Border, 2 Hollow Hollows. We have a 3rd one, but I can't find mine, so sad boys. My extra A Assault cores she has in here, my extra Heavy Mech, some stuff from her old deck, the rares for Ruin and Demise in there, a BLS, super rare Ruin and Demise. This Ruin I've had for like ever, and then we traded for a super rare Demise. Some agent stuff, some fairy stuff, Avram because he's the best card, and spell cards, pre-prep, regular prep, Book of the Law, Limited Removal, Scapegoat, Ultimate Rare Feather Shot, again from Rare Candy Club. Ultra Rare Dark Hole and Twin Twisters, Ritual Weapon, Terraforming. And then for trap cards, she has like Eternal Soul, Mind Crush, World Legacy, and another, what are they called? Altergeist card. And then that's it for her binder. But yeah, as far as mats go, I will quickly show you what we got. Of course, we have the Borreload one. You guys have seen this one before. Borreload mat. You've actually seen most of these mats before. So I got a big roll of them from a box. Oh God, all of them fell out. So real quick, I'm just gonna flip these over. Flames of Destruction Sneak Peek mat. We do have this one. We have that one still. Cybernetic Horizon Sneak Peek mat. Still have that one. Super great mat. My Invoked World Championship 2017 mat, custom made. Still have this one. If you want one of these for yourself, but instead of it saying World Championship 2017, it's gonna say Invoked 101 right there. If you want one of these mats, a custom Invoked 101 mat, there is a Patreon tier, link in the description below. You guys can get one for a certain Patreon pledge. Quantum Cat mat. This showed up at my house one day because someone left it and then no one in the group chat claimed it, so it became mine and I've just never cared to do anything about it because it's tiny. And then the classic Invoked 101 white mat, just the white mat that I used to film everything on. This was the very first mat that I ever got. I actually ended up trading my original white mat for the Borreload mat at the Tulsa Regional and then bought a new one that came with a mat tube. So, you know, a bit of a funny story there. And of course, we do still have the Crystal Wing sneak peek mat for Shining Victories. I still have the Shining Victories sneak peek mat. It's just in the car and I didn't feel like running out and getting it. But yes, so that is it. That is the bulk of my collection. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. If you want to see deck profiles for anything that you haven't seen before on the channel and you want a deck profile of that, comment it down below and I'll see what I can do. Anyways, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in the next video.